Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we stand alone. Well, almost alone. The Marish Archivists are also neutral in the War in Heaven, but I was definitely not expecting things to swing quite this heavily into the League of Non-Aligned Powers. But cool. So the Valdari and the Zikmok are going to have their war against the League of Non-Aligned Powers. They're, of course, also fighting each other. So this is going to be very interesting. This will buy us, I think, some time to build up and get where we need to go. We don't need that much more time. We're very, very close right now, but we're just not quite where I want to be just yet. This tech world requires a job, and naturally, that means that we want to put in a research institute, but we're not quite big enough for that yet, so it'll be a research lab instead. Excellent. Now, we're saving up cash here to get some additional upgrades done on our mega structures. I do want to check in on the mega shipyard construction site. 750 days there. And the Sentry Array site is at 74%. Cool. So we can't actually do an upgrade just yet because we do have 2 mega structures under construction, and that is the most that we can currently have. Now, versus the Valdari Peacekeepers, this is going to be very interesting. I do want to get our 5th fleet maxed out soon enough. We have a lot of alloys that we need to spend. Well, that's not... Oh, right. We're on auto research now. I completely forgot about that. We have a lot of alloys that we want to spend. We don't have the alloys, I suppose. Oh, the enigmatic cache has returned. The mysterious tubular entity that we previously suspect scanned one of our planets has returned and is entering orbit of Hearthsea. It appears to be attempting to initiate communications. Let's see what they want. I don't think I've ever seen it come back before. Greetings, failing to read species name. Do not be alarmed. I am Baldar 43. Oh my. A sentient AI operating on behalf of the Levosian Endangered Xenopreservation Grant. You, of all your galactic peers, have been selected for uplifting. So far, we have uplifted successful species with a success rate of... Oh, this is definitely great. We're certainly ready to ascend. We're already a sapient spacefaring nation. You're within the early stages of sapient development, and your technological advancement has already stagnated. Has it, though? This puts you at risk of imminent regression. Let us open your failing to read species class sensory organ to the wonders of the universe. What exactly would a so-called uplifting entail? Long-range data transfer and cognitive stimulation through hypnopedia. It is a highly efficient, well-tried, largely pain-free process that allows me to exercise your population's intellectual faculties in their sleep. I'm required to inform you that the side effects of heightened cognitive abilities in organics may include but are not limited to disillusionment, acid reflux, and bottomless despair. In certain failing to read species class, it may also cause severe failing to read species class side effect. No offense, but you seem a little broken. Nice response. I like it. Who are you? I am Baldar the 43rd, a sentient AI operating on behalf of the Levosian Endangered Xenopreservation Grant. He already said that. So, are we ready to ascend? I kind of want to try it.
Ledger of situations amended.
You will not regret it, failing to read species name. I'm sure I won't. Okay, so we can do this Ascension thing. We need a science chip over here, and we should have one somewhat nearby. Yeah, we can move this one over, and we'll just go ahead and research that. What could possibly go wrong here? This is going to be interesting. So we do have a tradition available, and we are going to go for, I think, additional housing. There we go. Excellent. So we'll see what exactly is going to go on with this Ascension. Bredick was encased in an impenetrable shield by the global pacifier on the Valdarian Colossus. Okay, cool. So everybody's respecting our neutrality at this point, which is great. We're very, very happy about that. Now, construction on the Sentry Array site is going to be done soon-ish. We're at 85% on that. Excellent. And it'll cost us 40,000 alloys to max out the Bronzite Suphite. Now, we don't really have the naval cap for that at this time, So we would be exceeding our naval capacity. And we are working on a couple of additional anchorages over here. We could, in fact, get ourselves an additional anchorage. And that is probably something that we should do. Because we're going to need, like... How much do we have right now in terms of our fleet cap? 8? Okay, we're going to need 212 more. So, that's exactly 1,000, isn't it? No. That's not exactly 1,000. What am I talking about? 212. That's 1,100. Okay, that'll do. The enigmatic cache's wheels whir with an unprecedented fervor, as strange patterns of light morph along its sides, cogs and gears humming agitatedly. It sounds as if it could break any minute. Meanwhile, our people stir restlessly in their slumber, heads resonating with the cache's rhythmical drone, their night sleep interrupted by visions of technological wonders and complex calculations. Fascinating. Well, we'll see what happens. Should certainly be interesting at any rate. It's probably not going to be particularly boring. I can put it that way. Do we have any more structures to construct? Yes. On this bureaucratic center, we can go ahead and put in an admin office. That'll be fine. Anything else to be done? Nope, that's it for now. Okay, sounds good. We do want a bunch more defense platforms. There's no doubt about that. But for the time being, that's going to be not tremendous. Oh, hello. After a long period of undisturbed, uneventful hypnopedia, Baldor 43 appears to have entered a frenzied state, wheels spinning at a furious rate, projecting rapid strings of absurdist nightmares to those who dare rest their eyes. While many are reluctant to go to sleep at all, an unfortunate few appear to have become trapped in a vegetative state, from which they're unable to wake up. Our engineers suggest the entity, which was badly damaged from the start, may be deteriorating. If left unattended, our ascension may not go as planned. So we could contact the sentient AI. Vegetable added up to 4 pops, and the event transmission would happen. We could repair it with a special project, and Vegetable will be added to up to 4 pops. Terminate it immediately, or just leave it be. I kind of want to do both of these, right? We can contact the AI while sending in a team of engineers. But then again, maybe this is the way this is supposed to go, and we don't really have a way to know that. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm leaning towards sending in a team of engineers, but at the same time, we shouldn't know how to repair this thing. So there's that too. Like I said, I want to do both of these here. We'll send in a team of engineers, since we have to make a choice. Okay, and we're going to finish our Sentry Array site here in a moment, and this is a science ship job? Yeah, this is a science ship job. Okay, so we're going to move this science ship on over to... Already has sufficient nearby ships. Yeah, but we're working on the enigmatic Ascension. Wait, hang on. We need a construction ship. Right. That's what I thought. So we're going to finish this up. It was just that it didn't pop up here with the construction ship selected that fooled me a bit. But we're going to finish up our Sentry Array and then jump drive over to Haven Sky. The light of suns blinds and the darkness of the void hides. Only when we learn to travel faster than light do we learn just how little the light reveals. Today, we begin to end this amaurosis of ours. The Sentry Array we prepare to build in the Troidum system will one day become a stalwart panopticon, our eye on every star, all-seeing. So we're going to jump drive over to Haven Sky. And we are going to work on this project. Cool. We should arrive there momentarily. And that is excellent. Now that this is done, we could begin work on upgrading the Sentry Hub, or rather building the Sentry Hub. This is the construction site. We'll go ahead and build the Sentry Hub.
Booty.
And we just finished our energy weapon damage. That's nice. Okay, so our construction ship has not yet arrived here. It, of course, is moving at half sublight speed because of the jump drive. But that's okay. In it comes, and it should get these repairs done relatively soon.
We grow ever stronger.
Excellent. The Tatanga station has finished its construction queue, and of course, we're going to build a pair of anchorages, upgrade that to a starhold, and build a naval logistics office.
Stronger.
Haven Sky Starbase also finished its queue, which allows us to produce a Juggernaut, and so we shall. Perfect. So how's this war going? It would appear that for now, the League of Non-Aligned Powers is losing. Okay. That's interesting for sure. That's an 82k fleet. That's not that scary. It feels like they shouldn't be losing this.
Technology
Maybe they just
secure.
don't have the logistics to get down there yet. That's very possible, I think. So we're going to, of course, not choose because we're on auto now. And that's completely fine. I just need to get used to that. Okay. So we've got our 2 mega structures constructing, and in the meantime, we probably want to put our alloys that we're getting into the Bronzite Suphite, just in case our neutrality gets violated. It may or may not happen. We'll see.
Intellectual
This tech world requires an upgrade, and we're actually going to upgrade the alloy mega forges here. That'll be fine. This tech world requires an upgrade, once again, the alloy mega forges. Cool. This forge world, we're going to put an industrial district on. Actually, I've changed my mind.
project.
We're going to put in the civilian industries. Our engineers have stabilized Baldur the 43rd. The uplifting process is back on track, and our people have somewhat reluctantly returned to their regular sleeping patterns. The Hypnopedia is already showing promising results, with our citizens taking an increased interest in science. Excellent. Okay, so mega structure-wise, we've decided that we don't want to build a mega art installation or an interstellar assembly site, so we're just going to get to work building another habitat here in Haven Sky for now. Yep, we can build one out over here. Fantastic. Our recycling campaign edict expired, and we definitely want to re-up that since we're negative on consumer goods without it. Beautiful. So how goes that enigmatic ascension? We're at 58%. Fantastic. What could possibly go wrong with this? The galactic Queptilian state is now more outwardly xenophilic. Good for them. And I'm just looking at the state of this war here. Honestly, it looks like the Zikmok are doing better than the Valdari. You can see up here the Valdari have lost ground. And I'm not too surprised by that, actually. I actually do expect the Awakened Empires to lose this war. With all of these guys turned against them, and in 24-25, I mean, they're not that far technologically advanced, right? So I'm really... Jingoistic Reclaimers? Oh my. I'm really not very keen on their odds, either of them. I think that they're both going to lose the war in heaven, and I think the League of Non-Aligned Powers is going to win it. We cannot join the League of Non-Aligned Powers. And we'll see what happens with the League after the war. I'm hoping it disbands. I don't know if that's actually the case, and if it doesn't disband, how are we going to tackle fighting the entire galaxy? That's a heck of a question. That I don't know the answer to just yet. We'll think about it. For now, we do need to get a research institute over here, actually. We've got several research labs. This is a mining world, technically, but we're going to do that. This tech world here, we're going to upgrade our alloy nanoplants. I want to check in. We're doing okay there for now. The first stages of our mega shipyard is now complete. A vast framework awaits the installation of the manufacturing bays, which will one day make this facility the shipbuilding capital of the galaxy. Excellent. That's the gateway. I want the mega shipyard framework. Okay. So if we look at this here, it's got 5 shipyards. So that's already super, super good. Upgrading it will cost 10,000, and that's definitely something that we're interested in doing. This Forge world requires a job. For right now, we're just going to max out our industrial districts here. Cool. So we are working on bulking up our alloy gain monthly. That's going to be a pretty major thing for us, a pretty major, like, refrain that's going to be repeated for a while here. We need to improve our military economy. I think that there's no doubt about that. I'd like to get it up over 1,000 alloys per month. Even that will be too little if we have to take on the entire League of the Non-Aligned Powers. But we'll see how that ends up going. Looks like these guys have reopened some of that up. Interesting. Xenophobic, huh? Okay, cool. So these star bases have finished, and Tatanga is, of course, working away. So we're at 928 out of 969. Again, we need 1,100 for our full naval cap.
Project done.
The final night of Hypnopedia has come to an end, and a new day dawns for the citizens of the Democratic Association of the Majority of the Pictlings, who are just now opening their eyes to a very different world. A world of possibility and pain. Who knew the universe was such a drab and dreary place, devoid of all meaning and purpose and water? I may have added that last part. Though it may be a while before the population adjusts to the many tribulations of having an above-average intelligence, overall the project can be considered a success. Our initial readings indicate that we have developed an enhanced capacity for learning and scientific research. Okay, so happiness is going to be reduced for 10 years, but we are now uplifted. So we get the uplifted trait, and what exactly does that do? Let's see here. Aquatic, uplifted. Okay, so it's this one. This template here. We should probably apply this template, although this template is also applicable. And that does have the limited regeneration. So this template is the one that should be applied. So uplifted gives us 10% researcher output. That's actually huge. And 25% leader experience gain. Cool. So we're going... I don't know why it's making that sound. Cannot be applied to any available species. Okay. I would like to apply that template, but apparently that's not an option. Yeah, okay. Whatever. That's fine. I'm not going to leave that open. That is a very annoying sound. Perfect. So we are uplifted, and that is great. That gives us 10% research output to add to all of our other various buffs. So that's wonderful. We are currently negative on volatile motes, and that is something that we should look into for sure. Nothing too much to be done over here at the moment, and I do want to check in on our Sentry Array site. 600 days on that one, and of course our Mega Shipyard, and the game is getting a little laggy with this galactic war, of course, but the Mega Shipyard is only needing 10,000 alloys to get that going, so that'll be fine. We will have that in, I think, 3 months, if I maths correctly. Yes. Apparently I'm throwing things at the keyboard and opening lots of different windows. Perfect. This is, I believe what the kids are calling a pro gamer move. Fantastic. So we apparently managed to pause the game. Let's unpause that. This science ship is not doing anything and needs to move back to Zorf and go ahead and assist research on Zorf Prime. Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and put in a city district here because I want to fill this last building slot, at least for now, with an alloy generating structure. So that'll be okay. The Tribano station, of course, has these 4 defense platforms, but we don't care about those right now. The Tatanga station is going to continue to improve over time and bring up our naval cap a bit. It's not going to bring it up enough to not exceed our naval cap, to be clear. That's not going to be a thing. I can tell you that right now. I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen the endgame crisis just yet. We'll see when that happens. Matter compression finishing up, and we are going for kinetic weapon attack speed next. Sure. That seems just fine. We can get our mega structure upgrading now, the mega shipyard core. Perfect. And of course, there's the Science Nexus up over here as well, which is... I think what we're going to focus on working on is the Science Nexus and the Mega Shipyard. The Sentry Array, I just wanted to get level 1 of. We don't need to upgrade that immediately. That is something that we will want to upgrade eventually. And of course, if we really want to get our naval cap up, we should consider upgrading the Strategic Coordination Center again. But all of that will take time. Now, one thing we can do is issue an edict for Architectural Renaissance. We don't have the Unity for it right now, but that is something that we can do. Now, we're still working on our last tradition here, so that's definitely something to think about. A mega art installation has been completed by the Space Elf League. That's nice, and let's take a look at the state of this war here. The Zikmok are definitely making gains over here. It feels like the Valdari are not really making much for gains, but we'll see. Wow, not very many options there. Okay. This tech world here requires a job, and we are actually going to put in a research complex. Now, we are negative on volatile motes by a pretty large amount, and we need to do something about that. The question is, what do we do about it? What indeed?
Research complete.
We could replace this precinct house for right now, and this is not going to be jobs positive, but we could replace this precinct house right now with a chemical plant. Yes, we extend our deal. And then we replace this mining district with a city district to open that building slot. We'll actually do it the opposite direction. There we go. Leader lifespan finishing up. Fantastic. So it's going to be a little bit until our mega structures here are done, 240 days. But we should still, I think, bank the alloys to get our Science Nexus online. That is going to be fairly important for us. After all, that Science Nexus will improve our research, although I can't help but notice there's some rounding going on here. 1K, 1K, 1K does not equal 4K. Just saying. Definitely been some rounding there. I'm going to sell off a few minerals here. There we go. And that does hurt our energy credit income, but that's fine. So yeah, we've got a lot of alloy deficit right now that we would like to work through. We want to boost up our alloy count, that's for sure. And how is the war in heaven going? 2% and 2%. But against the Zikmok, 4% and 2%. The Zikmok are winning, but this war is a long ways from being over, and this is really good for us. This gives us a period of guaranteed peace to be able to do a bunch of investment without having to worry about losing stuff, and we can get caught up on our alloy expenditures. I'm actually super, super happy about that. 837 days and 77 days here. So we need a total of 5,000 additional alloys to work on our Science Nexus. And like I said, I only want level 1 of the Sentry Array site, so we're going to kind of abandon working on that for the time being. We will come back to it, for sure. We want the Sentry Array. That'll be a very, very big deal for us. We're currently slightly negative in exotic gases and still quite negative in our volatile motes, and that is something that we will work on.
We grow ever stronger.
Ah, Tatanga finishing up. Perfect. The Sentry Array Hub has been assembled, and we'll get back to that in a moment. We want 2 anchorages here, an upgrade to Star Fortress, and we would like a ice mining station. Perfect. The hub of the Sentry Array is a state-of-the-art installation in its own right, half listening post and half space telescope. However, it marks but the first milestone in this grand undertaking. So our sensor range has been improved. Great. So we're going to, of course, come up over here next and get the Science Nexus Hub. I would actually like to buy in a few alloys to get there just a little bit quicker. Kind of like that. So on this month tick, we're at 14,500. So next month tick, we actually move up to the 15k that we need. Kinetic weapon attack speed finishing up, always great. We are a little bit negative on consumer goods right now, but that's fine. Nothing really going on our colonies, although we are going to want to continue to expand soon enough. That habitat is at 87%. Cool. By the way, habitats don't count towards the mega structure build limit, so that's fine. We're going to upgrade the Science Nexus, and in fact, this is just a construction site right now, so we're going to get the level 1 Science Nexus. Beautiful. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we will continue upgrading our mega structures, and we need to look at our border fortresses, and we need to look at getting our final fleet maxed out. That's a lot of alloys away. There's no doubt about that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.